class expectations we view at the beginning of each class. Everyone does an amazing job with these, so I'm going to move on to our icebreaker question for the day. So I did it in a little different of a format. I just wanted to test it out through Padlet. So our questions are going to be Halloween related since Halloween is coming up this Monday. I kind of put some cute pictures here on the screen. As you can see, some dogs that are dressed up and everything pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern themed, some caramel apples. Halloween falls on a Monday this year, so Monday Night Football. The Nightmare Before Christmas, I need to watch that, and Hocus Pocus 2. And some candy, because who doesn't love some good Halloween candy? So I will throw the Padlet link into the chat, and then you should answer each prompt where there is a little plus sign. So at the bottom, you will see plus signs by each shelf. So the first question is something fun that you did over the weekend. You'll put a little plus sign and then make sure that you put your name within your name. You put your name within the description, or if you have an account that it shows your name. So an example of how to show your name is, I just made this student up. It's not real. Caitlin P, 8th grade global studies. So you would write your name and then 6th grade global studies. Or Minnesota studies, not global studies. So for me this weekend, something fun that I did is I went to a wedding at Central Lutheran Church in downtown Minneapolis, and then the reception was at the Depot. So that's the fun thing I did this weekend. And then my favorite Halloween candy for the second one is Albanese World's Best Gummy Bears are really delicious, and Ghirardelli chocolates. So the little chocolates, they have fun fall seasonal ones, and just I got caramel apple recently, and then hot fudge sundae, which is really good. My favorite Halloween outfit was when I was a kid. I dressed up as Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. And then my plans for Halloween are I'll be watching either Hocus Pocus 2 if I haven't watched it yet over the weekend, or I'll be watching Monday Night Football. So you should answer each of these prompts right here, and then make sure that you put your name and 6th grade Minnesota studies in your response. So I'll give you the next few minutes to get that done. And I'll read some of our responses here. I cut my hair into a bob. I had 2 sleepovers. Super cool for both of them. And we have a Butterfinger as a favorite candy. Ooh, Sour Patch Kids as another one. Nice. I really like Sour Patch Kids too. Ooh, Kaylin, you dressed up as Stitch one year. That's awesome. I really like the movie Lilo and Stitch. Rose, you had a barbecue and went for a walk. Fun. And then Kaylin's gonna go trick-or-treating. Yay! Gotta get all the good candy. Landon, you dressed up one time as Baby Yoda. That's pretty neat. Coffee crisp. Yum. That sounds really delicious for a Halloween candy. And then if you haven't had the opportunity yet to contribute in the Padlet, you can always access this later because I put the link in the chat for you. Oh, and then Rose, you said you dressed up as Hermione from Harry Potter one year. Neat. She's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And then we have a Halloween plan of eating candy and trick-or-treating. Okay, awesome. Thank you everyone for contributing today. So if you haven't had the opportunity yet, you can always go back and add your response later. And you're going to want to make sure that you have your name there so you receive credit for today. So that was our icebreaker question. So the next thing we're going to be looking at in our agenda is the assignments we're working on this week in Minnesota Studies. And then we will do a Book It review to get ready for our test. And then once this Class Connect is over, I will go and open up the test for you. So you'll have through the weekend to get that done. So you'll have today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to get the test done. Are there any questions before we get started? Otherwise, give me a thumbs up that you're ready to move on. Thanks, Rose. Okay, sweet. So we have two assignments here that we're working on. Thank you, Landon, in Minnesota Studies. The first one you've seen was published on Sunday. So it is our lesson 4.04 Dakota and Ojibwe comparison activity. So this one, like I said, is due Friday. So the resources you're using to get this assignment done are your chapter 3 and 4 text you can use, your packets, and other assignments. And you're just going to be comparing and contrasting the similarities and differences between the Dakota and the Ojibwe. What else was I going to say about that here? Give me 1 second to think. Some of the blanks are already filled in for you, but this will be a really good activity for you to finish before you take the test. Some of the information from there is directly on the test, so I highly recommend getting that done as soon as possible before you take the test. So the second assignment, which, like I said, will be opened up after our Class Connect here today, is the Unit 2 test, which is due on Sunday. It covers Chapter 3, which we focused on the Dakota, and Chapter 4 on the Ojibwe of our Northern Lights text. So one thing I wanted to let you know is you may use your e-textbook or classroom materials, so think packets, assignments, when you're stuck on a question. So I don't want you to like just sit and have the resources open for you, but if there's something you need to go back and reference, totally feel free to do that. Rose, do you have a question?
How many questions will be on the unit test?
So it is worth 40 points. I think some questions are worth more than others. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen here for a second so I can figure out directly how many questions there are for you. Okay, so there's 16 questions.
Okay.
So it's a combination of true, false, matching, and short answer questions. It's sharing my screen again. Okay, are there any questions here on either of these assignments before I get our Book It started? So in the chat, could you write, I'm good to go, or that you're ready to get started? Okay, I see ready, thumbs up, and I'm good to go. Yay! Okay, so I'll get the Blooket up and running here, and then I will share the code for you. So we're gonna play 2 different games today. We're gonna do Fishing Frenzy and then Candy Quest. So I'm gonna stop the recording.